Welcome to Let's Make Cake. I'm your host, Michelle Pyle, and we are here to kick depression and anxiety and make a new life. That is something that I did for myself, and so I want to share that with you and help you overcome depression and anxiety and make a new life. And so today I want to talk about how I'm a fighter and you're a fighter. And how do I know that? Because if you are watching this video, that means that you are trying, and trying is exactly how you get better. It is in the trying that we succeed. So we just have to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and never give up. And that makes you a fighter, and that is how you will overcome depression and anxiety and make a new life. And it really is in that trying and not giving up and seeing yourself as a fighter for yourself, a fighter for your mind, for your well-being. We're fighters, and we can do this, and we will do this. I did it, so I know you can do it. I lived with depression for decades and anxiety. And yeah, if I can do it, you can 100% do it. And the trick really is just to keep trying. And so I know that the fact that you're watching this video means that you're trying, and you just have to keep trying and never give up. And there is so much help out there, and I hope to be I'm being part of that conversation to show others that it is possible against all odds. You can get better, and you can make a life that feels really good. And that, you no longer live with depression and anxiety, which is super important. So just make sure that you, especially if you're living with depression and anxiety, we really can just feel like losers, to be honest. Like, that's how I saw myself. It's just like, how do I always end up here? And like, why does this keep happening to me? And, it was really hard for me to see that in all those scenarios where it appeared that I just kept, ending up in the same bad place, or making mistakes, or not doing things right, or always ending up depressed again, that even amidst all that, like, I was fighting. I was trying to get better. And it is super important to look at your past and tell the story differently to yourself, because amidst all that, if you're here today, that means you are a fighter. Like, you kept fighting and you didn't give up, even in those horrible situations that you ended up in. Like, you kept fighting, and that's how we're here today, continuing this fight to get better. So I just think it's really important, and it's difficult when you look on your past. It's so easy to judge ourselves, but we also need to see those glimmers of hope that we must have had because we kept trying and we kept at it and we didn't give up. And that if you keep at it and you keep trying and you don't give up, you will get there. Because it is a battle, right? It's a battle for your life. It's a battle for your mind and your mental health. And you do have to be a fighter. And I just know, if you're watching this video, that you haven't given up, and that means you're a fighter, and then you will overcome this. I just truly do believe that, because I did, and there seemed to be no reason for me to believe that I ever would. But when I look back now, I'm like, of course you were going to reach this point, because you kept trying, like, even amidst all the, mistakes and choices and everything we do. I kept learning, and okay, I'm going to try this, and then I'll try a new therapist. And I just never gave up. And I think that's so, so important, is that we maintain this ability to keep going, to not give up. It is in the trying that we will overcome this, like 100%. And so just start to see yourself as someone who is fighting and has fought in the past and is not going to stop until you get there. I know it's really hard. There's certain moments where, we're not sure we can do it. but you can. And I know that because I did. I did. And so I know you can. And I don't know. I just think it's really important when you look back to start to reframe, the stories that you're telling yourself about your past. Like, for example, say you were in a group of friends that weren't maybe the greatest friends. And you're like, why did I do that to myself? Well, one, you're human, right? We all can get in those situations. But two, like the fact that you got out of it, like shows that you believe in yourself, right? So the problem isn't that you were in these bad situations. It's that you got out of them, and like you will make better choices, and you will make a life that is more fulfilling, and you will find good friends and good partners, and you'll improve your relationships with people and with yourself. And that it's in that just never giving up is how you get there. And you keep trying, and you keep trying, and you keep trying, and you will get there. The hard work will come to fruition, right? All the knowledge that you're accumulating, all the stories, everything you're doing, whatever the things are, all of that will come together, and will results in you overcoming depression and anxiety and making a life that feels good. I promise, I promise, I promise. So that is my message today, is just, we are fighters in this. I'm a fighter, you're a fighter, and fighting just looks like fighting for that you want, that life you want, just really looks like just trying, and you never stop trying. Yeah, I just really can't stress this enough, like how important it is to just not give up and to keep trying amidst your frustration. I mean, there were times when because you'll hear me talk about exercise and how important I believe it is for overcoming depression. There were times I was literally I kept exercising even though I was severely depressed. I would be sobbing on my walks, right? I'm walking through the park and I'm just uncontrollably crying. And I can look back and think, oh my gosh, what a loser. But instead, I choose to see someone who was a fighter, right? Like I kept exercising and crying, like in the park as I'm walking, doing my walk. And there was no reason for me to think that I was going to get better, but I just kept doing it. And you cannot quit. You have to keep trying. And if I've had bad therapists, okay, you fire that bad therapist and then you try another therapist. It is in the trying that you will overcome this. Like I promise. And that's what I did for myself. And so I just really want to encourage you to see yourself differently, to see how strong you are. And the fact that you are fighting this horrible thing that we kind of understand, but not really, that knocks a lot of us down again and again. This is hard stuff, but like you can do this. And if you just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, that is what makes you a fighter. And if you fight for your life and you fight against depression and you fight against anxiety and you do the things, even if it seems like it's not working, and you try new things and you learn new things and you just keep trying, you can do this. You can overcome depression and anxiety, and you can make a new life. And I want to remind you of that, because this stuff is really hard. This is not, a walk in the park or a picnic. It is hard work. You will go through times they're ugly, right? Like it's unattractive. Like some people won't even be able to be around you. And that's okay, because this is hard. And it doesn't always look pretty, but and other people will look at you and think you're not trying. And you're like, I promise I'm trying. But a lot of this stuff, because it's inside, other people can't even see that you're trying. So you have to know it in your core and in your heart. I am doing this. I'm in a battle, for myself, for my life. I'm going to keep at this. I'm not going to stop. This is apparently just my cheerleading message today. I don't know. This just came, I just feel really strongly about this because I know how easy it is to be judged by others. And even people who love you, you will feel judged by them. Sometimes they'll look at you and you're like, I know you think I'm not doing anything and I'm making bad choices or whatever. And maybe you are, but that is just part of it, right? We don't know what the answers are. We have to just keep taking steps in order to find them, to find the things that are going to help us get better and that are going to be the life we want. And it's just, you just have to keep trying. And you have to start to see yourself as someone who does not give up, as a fighter for your life, and that, yeah, you're not alone. I did it, and there are tons of people out there who are also fighting. And so we are part of this, maybe invisible community, but we are part of this community of people who are saying, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let depression win. I'm not going to let anxiety win. I am going to overcome this. I am going to make a beautiful life. I don't have all the answers, but I am trying every day. I am taking steps to get there. And so just see yourself that way. See that even amidst the depression and anxiety, which can make you feel really small and insignificant and crushed, even despite that, if you are trying and you are taking steps, even small steps like me, walking in the park, crying, that there is so much power in that, and there is so much strength in that, and that you are strong and you are capable of overcoming this. And that sometimes that's what it looks like, right? It looks not attractive, perhaps, but it is a process, overcoming this stuff and getting better. It's not just, 1 + 1 = 2, right? It's much more complicated than that. And it's gonna be, up and down and around and all of that. But just, if you have to start to see yourself as someone who is not giving up, trying, and that you're fighting, and believe that you will get there. So yeah, that's my short message today. It's not a very long video. I just really feel it's so important, especially because depression and anxiety, yeah, they can just make us look at ourselves and our past as just we're these giant losers who just keep screwing up and nothing we do is right. And I just want you to start to reject that. That is a lie that depression and anxiety is telling you. And the fact that you're here and you're trying, that makes you a fighter, that makes you strong, that means you care about yourself and that you're not willing to just lay down and give up, and that is how you will get better. And you are strong, you are a fighter, you absolutely can overcome depression and anxiety, and you can make a life that feels really good. So that's my message today. This stuff is not easy. I don't want to pretend that it's easy, but I do know that if we're trying, and that's all we can do is try, then that means we're in the fight. We're in the fight for ourselves. So yeah, that is my message today. Thank you guys for listening. You can find more at letsmakecake.org. And yeah, I really appreciate you being here, and I'm excited to build a community together because I know we can do this. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great day. Bye.